Okay, so it is day 5, y'all. I'm still working on the art redo. In fact, I'm gonna probably make this little intro so I don't forget to make it and then go get to work. I am sorting vintage magazines today and art magazines for what I'm going to keep, what I'm going to get rid of, what I'm going to put in storage. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to fix and do as soon as I get through filming this. Our color for today is brown. Okay, and because I do want this to be fairly short, because we've gotten pretty long on some of them, I have a plan for brown. So I've had a plan for brown from the beginning. So I'm going to take my vintage papers and I'm just going to use their natural color as some of my brown. So let's see, I've got a couple more over here. I've got some vintage forms. So let's grab those, and then I've got some sheet music. All right, so I'm going to collage all this down, all right? Then, and I'm going to do that off camera, you can collage, all right? If you don't know how to do a collage, the day 1 of the backgrounds, I have a separate video that's just making a big masterboard collage, all right? So I'm going to collage these down, cover this entire sheet, all right? Then I'm going to take my brown paint, which this is my burnt sienna from the Reeves set that I bought that I am liking. It's very inexpensive. And I'm going to take some bubble wrap, Punchella, my wallpaper, maybe some commercial stencils, I'm not sure, and I'm going to just put this over the top, all right? Then I'm going to tear it down, and then I'm going to, I don't have it on the desk, but pretend this was my burnt sienna ink. It's not, but pretend with me, okay? It's not on the desk. I'm going to use it to do drips and all around the edges like we did on the green one. That's what we're going to do for brown. That is your intro, and I am going to turn this off because I'm not actually going to do this right this second. I have magazines to sort. But that is our game plan. I will tape as much as I remember to tape, but much like yesterday, I'm going to be so busy, I'm not going to be surprised if I don't forget to turn the camera on. I use my phone to record this, and I'm also using my phone to listen to music while I work. So a lot of times when I come in here to work, I'm putting my phone on the charger so it can recharge. So yeah, I probably won't have a lot, but I've told you everything we're going to do, and I'll show you as much as I remember to show you. All right, have a great day 5. Can't wait to see what you make. Okay, so I have taken all those brown inks and I've put them on here because I thought it was just too light. And I don't know, I was kind of liking the texture of it. So now I'm taking a baby wipe and I'm going to take some off. I'm doing this super quick, so I didn't even put my phone in the thing. I'm just holding it. But I just took the matte medium that I had left, put down the drops into the wet matte medium, brushed it over with matte medium, and now while it's still wet, I'm going to pick up whatever comes up. So we'll see what we get. Okay, y'all. I didn't realize how much I was going to love that. So here's what I did. Y'all are going to see the stills of me having just a collage page, then dropping the inks onto it, The ones that stayed drops, I think, are the alcohol inks because they dry so fast. The rest of them kind of blurred and smeared, and I used a baby wipe to get some up. Then I spritzed it with water and used a paper towel to scrub up some more. Let me hold it at an angle so you don't get my shadow. Y'all, isn't that gorgeous? It almost looks like old stained wood. I don't know if we're going to do anything else to this. What I'm probably going to do is let it dry. It is so wet right now. Oh, I love that. I love that that splatter. Oh. What I think I'm going to do, sorry, I got all excited about the splatter. I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to cut it down, all right? And on one of the scraps, we will try the stencil to see if it needs it. Because, y'all, I just don't think it needs it. All right, so I think I've told you everything I did, but just to recap to be sure, I collaged with vintage papers, matte medium, had a good coat over the whole top. That was, all of it was wet. When I get through collaging, just to make sure everything's down good, I just paint the whole thing over with matte medium. So all of that was wet. I took all these inks. I took Bombay Brown by P.H. Martin. I took Vintage Photo. This is actually the re-inker for the Distress ink pad. I took 2 acrylic inks, Transparent Raw Umber and Transparent Burnt Umber. And then I use 1 alcohol ink, which, like I said, I think is these fabulous drops. And it is Ranger's Alcohol Ink in Espresso. And it's kind of got that reddish brown. Oh, so yummy. Then I took what was left of my matte medium and my brush. Oh, he's going to be a booger to clean. And just spread it. There's a still for after I did that. And then I took a baby wipe, wiped it down, spritzed it with water, because remember the under layer had a dry layer of matte medium from where I'd put them actually down, or at least mostly dry. So the papers were protected. Anyway, I spritzed it down with water, took a dry paper towel, got even more off. These top layer marks you see are where I took the dirty brush and just did this a few times. Just because there were no brush marks left, and I just wanted some. Oh, y'all, I love it. What do you think? Like I said, I'll let it dry. I will cut it down, and then we'll play with the scrap ends to see if we think it needs stencil, but I don't think it needs anything. Okay, so I've got my pages all cut down, and oh, I just love them. Oh, I just love them. They're just gorgeous. All right, in an attempt to make sure that I don't damage their fabulousness, we're going to do some testing. All right, so I'm going to set those aside, and just going to grab my Punchinella. And what I've grabbed is Titan Buff and Burnt Sienna. So I'm going to go lighter and darker and see if A, it needs it, B, if it enhances it, and C, light or dark. Okay, so that's all we're doing right here. We're just going to see if we need this, and if so, which, or both. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my Titan Buff. And just a little bit of my Burnt Sienna. All right, and we'll start light. So. go dark. Alright, I think the light is too light. I like the dark, but I'm just not sure it's actually adding anything. Maybe if we added it a little more sparingly. All right, I don't know that I would say it actually needs it, but I will say that the pencil on the ledger is almost completely gone. So maybe in the spots like on here, that pencil ledger is almost completely obliterated. Maybe I'll add it in spots like that that just feel a little naked. And maybe I will do a mixture. Oh, but let's do that before we do it for real. Let's do that on here. What if we mix the two and get that mid-tone? I think it's too light. All right, let me add some more brown to it. It'll still be a mixture, but it'll be mainly the burnt sienna, very little Titan buff. Okay, I think I do like that better. Yeah, I think I do like that better. All right, so we're gonna go with this mid-tone, very light, and these almost naked spots. And I do mean very light. I'm just like barely tapping. That I do like. Okay, and this one is kind of naked right here. Okay, so yeah, and right there it's a little naked. Okay, so in those very specific areas, I do think it enhances it. All right, so let's see. What about this one? Yeah, I think right there it could use some. All right, and maybe right there. And there. And maybe there. And there. And right there. Maybe right there. Okay, I do think it's adding a little interest in those empty places. Yeah, I don't think it's taken away. I think it is adding. What do you think? This one isn't done. This one is done. Okay. I'm just going to put some, I think right there is really the only place this one might need it. I need to set this aside to dry because I don't want to stack them up. Okay. All right. Okay, I think that one looks pretty good. All right, one more. All right, so I think he needs some here, 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 and then maybe here and here. Okay. Ooh, this is almost dry. And then right here. Okay, I'm gonna let them dry, and then I'll take stills of them after. Bye, y'all.